Yo, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? Holy crap, man. I was not expecting to feel some type of way about this episode, including after Nagami is becoming like one of my most hated characters, just because of how he's been treating Eleanor and stuff like that. But I don't know what the heck actually happened to Eleanor because now that I'm looking at it, um, someone who was way further back than she was when she gets kind of thrown out of the train, to see someone else that was even further back than she was get to the shuttle faster. I mean, it definitely makes sense why he would because he has like a flying transportation, but at the same time, man, it was really weird to see, not see her show up, knowing that if she wins her battle, that's the first place she was going back to was to check up on him. So very interested to see how her in-game like fight's gonna end out because that guy was definitely getting the upper hand on her, and I don't know how she's going to pull it out, like actually winning against him when he's just seemingly like too ahead of the pack when it comes down to these new age animatronics that Faceless has made so far. So, um, but with all that being said, everybody's seemingly gonna overcome these guys, seeing how we've seen it twice. Hopefully, we see it a third time. But this show can do whatever it really wants. Really, I mean, he could literally show up with Eleanor completely beaten and tattered because he said he was gonna put her to sleep. He's never said he's going to actually like destroy her. So, what better thing to have show up, than her being hurt and both of them jumping in? But even when I think that I'm gonna get the most best outcome I could ever imagine, I'm gonna get the freaking moment that, everybody's looking forward to. And then they just rip it out. They just rip it away from me. And not only do they rip it away from me, they rip it away from me with the character that deserves to get this moment. Um, I'm absolutely blown away that all the fighting in this week was absolutely hype, right? All the fighting was dope. From the beginning all the way to the end, seeing someone get completely thrashed in a battle that seemingly they had a no chance, like a zero chance of winning somehow, get like a, 50-50 chance by throwing herself and him out of the train. There was like a 50-50 chance she could have taken him out, and the other 50 chances she actually survives the fall as well and still has to battle. So that was her call on that. But the other thing that like really caught my attention was the fact that as soon as, he kind of starts getting tagged up and absolutely thrashed on by this martial arts animatronic, he kind of starts to learn real quick that, everything he was saying, everything he was doing was definitely nothing he should have been saying or doing to what's her face, to Eleanor. And because of that, it feels so much better when he's like, I need to go apologize to her. I need to be the one to at least see her in the end. Because not only was she just unfortunate to be in this situation and have all of this kind of evolve around her. I mean, it's not like she was born in the world and she said, "Oh, please allow everyone's problems to evolve around me. I really hope that is the case. And if it isn't, this life is terrible." Like she didn't ask for any of this, and that's how Nagami's been treating it. Like, "Oh, this is all your fault, and you knew it's your fault. You got Faceless out." Like, shut yourself up, boy. Like, if you don't, man, this guy, he made me so mad. So to see them like try to justify and bring back his trash character that he's starting to become was pretty awesome. It's almost as if the show knows itself that they have pushed him to quite the stopping point of fans being into him and really putting them into a point where he can't return from some of the things he's saying and doing, So we'll see how this all plays out. But overall, to see Nagami in a position where he completely, like is about to lose, figures out what he needs to do, and, pulls out the dub in this week's episode was pretty fire. But to then see him run out against an army of automatronics and straight up put his life on the line for everybody was just his character. Like, that's just who he is. And to think that he would go out any other way would be, just be weird to see. But then to have the main boy, the boy who is the biggest crybaby of all time, show up and be the one reason why he actually can start focusing only in front of him and not having to check his back over and over and over. And if he did check his back at this moment, he would get caught off guard in front. So he literally was forced to just continue to fight and not even look behind him after knowing he was getting covered. And man, I was in it like as soon as we see this ginormous, bright, sun-looking light, and they show us some weird, oversized, buff person that could be protecting him, I knew instantly that it was one of those two, right? But that's too obvious. I knew it felt like our boy with the scythe and all that. It felt like him more just because of how quickly he flew up towards the sky, how much of a master he has become of piloting that pumpkin guy enough to be fighting in mid-air. All of those things really gave me the hope that he would be the one to be the just helping him from like protecting him. Not only is he is just like ecstatically happy, he's trying to keep like keep a face, like a strong face anyway, because he knows what the current mission is now. Like at first, Aiza's just dodging Vegeta from point blank. Great game, Bungie. Um, but they are literally looking at some of the crazier things that have been popping off consistently, and all of a sudden, whenever they put out, whenever they start putting out any type of help for each other, it seems like the show doesn't want us to, have that moment of, oh, they're back, the friends are back together. They never want us to have that moment for some reason, and I don't really know why that is, but I'm guessing it's going to be really, really sucky for me at the end of the day when this man goes to the space station, unless they all go and they try to figure out a way to get back down, because maybe the younger kid has downloaded some information about space and like the shuttle and stuff that's already been on his dad's mind. I'm hoping. Um, but then you got the fact that uh, he does the unthinkable this week. He straight up, so after helping and getting all this fighting out of the way, he goes and uses this camera that this animatronic was already using, and I guess he might have known that it's non-lethal because he saw his bird take the damage, like he took a flash from it. So I guess maybe that gave him the idea that it was safe. But after that, he just pretty much uses it on Nagami at the end of this episode, and it leaves me very, very confused because I wanted them to have the moment. Like, there was like 30 plus minutes. I mean, sure, they fought for quite some time, so maybe there's only like 10 or 15 minutes now after how much they were fighting, but to think that they weren't going to have a moment with each other to at least get to talk, to at least, I mean, Nagami might not even remember the kid. He barely remembers anything at this point, right? Show, Karakuri Circus, huh? He doesn't know anything. Stupid show. But yeah, I don't know what that reaction would have been. Like him meeting up with this kid that he might have had some lost memories of, but to be fair, he has this very, very like strong mindset of I need to go to space and save humanity. But then he starts to remember Eleanor and says he needs to apologize, you know? So it's like, it's almost as if he's there and not there at the same time, almost as if his goals and things he has to do in this mission are getting in the way of him actually showing any type of humanity towards any other people that are from his past or just that need it, you know? So that kind of sucks overall for our main characters who kind of had to deal with it and just wanted him to recognize who they are and show that they actually care about him still. But they can't do that because Nagami is Nagami. So yeah, that's how that's playing out. But yeah, man, this ending part was so powerful for me, and I loved every moment of it. Holy crap! So with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I hope to talk to you guys very soon. I think I'll try to drop another video later today. I don't really have any content on Thursdays that are new, so I gotta like find something that's been out for a little bit and watch it still. So hope you guys are looking forward to that at least, and I will try to get that out to you before tomorrow. So thank you so much for the support. The channel just keeps growing, and I look forward to talking to any of you in the comments, regardless of what it's about. As long as you don't want to talk trash, I don't really care. But if you want to talk about anything, I'll always be reading the comments. So I hope you have an awesome one, and I will talk to you soon. Peace. Oh crap. Oh, you dead. What?